I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey Brahmins, it is Wellness Wednesday. That means you will have your wellness video shortly following these announcements. Just a quick reminder to seniors, if you are wanting to participate in grad walks, those permission slips, that deadline is coming up quick. Our first grad walks start next week and we must have you signed up by tomorrow. That is Thursday. Now, I know a lot of seniors are participating in the Senior Digital SAT School Day today, but that still gives you time tomorrow during lunch. If you are interested in participating in any grad walk, you need to pick up your permission slips by tomorrow. We have to have those permission slips signed. Even if you're 18, if your parents are on your Skyward, you must have their signature so that we are able to take you off campus. That's all I have today.
Seniors Johnston's came by yesterday and brought a lot of things that your parents or you have ordered for graduation. That does not include your cap and gown. There have been a lot of questions of like, when do I get my cap and gown? You get that right before graduation because we know it's the week before, you can lose it, all the wonderful things. So the things that were delivered yesterday were not your cap and gown. Don't worry, we do have most of them if you did order a cap and gown. But stop by Miss Shaw's office if you know that you ordered announcements or whatever for graduation. Some of your parents ordered diploma frames, and those are also here. So just make sure to stop by sometime and get those in the front office.
Good morning, Brahmins. This afternoon, we have two home games. We have flag football against South Fork and JV baseball against Clewiston, and both of those games are at 6. Remember, our ticketing system has switched from Ticket Spigot to Hometown Ticketing. So download that app, go to the website, purchase tickets, make sure you're telling your loved ones or your friends that are coming to visit you that they need to purchase their tickets on that site. We have an away game. Baseball has an away game against Cardinal Newman, and that is at 6:30 tonight. So good luck, Brahmins. Wish your fellow Brahmins good luck tonight, and we'll see you there.
Is senior night tonight for flag football?
Oh, yes, it is. Flag football senior night. So make sure you congratulate those seniors and come out and support them.
So Mrs. Cardona shared some information with me yesterday. For our Hispanic families, you and your family are invited to Elevate with IRSC. That's going to be Monday, April 1st, 2024 at 6 p.m. It is at the Massey campus for IRSC, which is in Fort Pierce. There will be transportation available. So my understanding is if you would like to go and there's a need for transportation, that can be arranged. So if you are interested, please stop by 205. There's a permission slip and information. There's a QR code to get more information and to register. This will be an event where you can learn about IRSC, about financial aid, student services, and all the opportunities that they will offer. So if you and your family want to go spend the evening touring IRSC and learning about their facilities, stop by 205. I'll put the flyers out on the counter, and the permission slips, if you would like transportation, will be there as well. So bring the family in and go check that out. Mrs. Kidd.
Freshman tomorrow is ELA review day, so your teacher should be telling you your locations today. Make sure you have your Chromebook. It needs to be charged so that you can participate. Again, last week we had a great time with you all. You were actively engaged, and it's the same expectations for tomorrow. If you have questions, please let us know.
All right, don't forget today and tomorrow, the last days of this week. So make sure that you're maximizing your time with your teachers in class. Make it a good one. As together we
move forward.
Be great.
Be
Brahmins.
All day.
All day.
Hello, welcome back to this month's wellness video. My name is Catherine Williams and I'm the Director of Mental Health and Behavioral Supports. It's great to see you again. Last month in February, we talked about the dangers of tobacco and nicotine and the products that contain it. This month, we are going to talk about bullying and how to help yourself or someone else if bullying is happening. Let's review our ground rules that we established in the previous videos. As we present our topics, these ground rules will help us have productive and respectful discussions, as well as safe learning environments within our classrooms. Our first ground rule is that we should all listen with an open mind. We need to respect each other's beliefs and opinions, even if we do not agree. We will avoid personal stories. It is okay to ask questions and to share information with the class. However, we want to be sure to leave individual names out of the stories or questions. Next, we will also be supportive of one another. We will not tease or make fun of anyone or anything that is said in this class. We will listen when someone is speaking, and only one person will speak at a time. We will be respectful. Our last and most important ground rule is that whatever is shared in this room stays in this room. This is a safe space to speak and ask questions. What is said in this room should not be gossiped about later in the hallways, cafeteria, classrooms, or on social media. However, please know that we want you to discuss with your parents or guardians the material that is presented in our videos. It is important to note that if a student discloses harmful behavior or potential harmful behavior to any adult, that adult is required by law to report that behavior. To begin today, let's first give a definition of bullying. Teachers, please pause the video now to get student responses to how would you define bullying? According to stopbullying.gov, if you included these 3 core elements in your definition, then you're exactly right. Number 1, unwanted aggressive behavior. Number 2, observed or perceived power imbalance. And number 3, repetition or high likelihood of repetition of bullying behaviors. What do we mean by a perceived power imbalance? This means that in a relationship, one person believes that they have more power over another, or when someone else believes equal power is not held in the relationship. Sometimes incidents do not meet the definition of bullying, such as one-time physical fights, some online arguments, or incidents between adults. Other times, bullying incidents are defined as criminal, such as harassment, hazing, or assault. Who does bullying affect? Bullying affects all youth in some way. About 20% of students ages 12 to 18 experience bullying nationwide, but others witness it or hear about it occurring. This includes the bully, the victim, and the witnesses. Why do people bully? There is not always a clear answer, but sometimes those who bully are being bullied or abused themselves by others or have low self-esteem. Sometimes they are angry, frustrated, struggling socially, emotionally, or academically, or want to exert power over others. None of these reasons excuse the behavior, but knowing the cause can help us find solutions. Let's watch this video by Jeremy Anderson. Pay attention to what he says about how you can play a huge role in stopping bullying.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Jeremy Anderson here. Check this out. I want to talk to you real briefly about bullying. I get it, and I know what you're probably thinking. Oh my God, another video about bullying. That's right. Another video about bullying. Like, it happens so much. It happens so often, and we got to put a stop to it. And guess what? You got the power. Even if you've been a bully in the past, you got the power to say, you know what? I don't want to be that person no more. I don't want to be someone that hurts people. I don't want to be someone that takes away from people. I don't want to be someone that picks on people that's smaller than me. I want to have a better character. I don't want to be the one that sets the house on fire. I want to be the one to put the fire out. I don't want to be the one that causes crime and bad things to happen. I want to be the one that protects our community. Right? You don't want to be the perpetrator. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the one that comes and brings aid, right? And so you have a choice. Now, you might be watching this and say, I've never bullied anybody, but I've been a bully myself. Well, I want to challenge you to use your power. Use your power. When I say use your power, I mean use your voice. When you see something, you gotta speak up. Right? Because you give them your power when you stay silent. You give them your power when you don't say anything. You give them your power when you don't hold them responsible. And I know you might be feeling like, well, what if they say something? Are they going to say, I'm just scared or I'm afraid? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But we really see that they are scared or that they are afraid if they're doing the things that they're doing. I need you to take back your power and use your voice. If you see something, say something. I need you to use your influence. Some of you watching this video, you got crazy influence within your school. There's so much personality, so much style, so much influence that you've been gifted with. You can use that. I want to see a day. I want to see an environment. I want to see a school when bullying takes place, as opposed to other kids laughing at the one that was bullied. A bunch of people sit back and say, hey, that's not cool. Don't ever do that. That's not funny. That's not nice. And now the bully feels like, wow, oh, that's not cool no more. No. I want us to create a type of culture that where everybody, regardless of how they speak, regardless of what they look like, regardless of what their sexual orientation or their religious beliefs, like regardless of where they come from, the color of their skin, the texture of their hair, regardless of what they have going on. We show them love. We show them affection. Like, that's the fabric of America. That's what makes America great. When we are able to accept and love and affirm and pour into, you know what I'm saying, and bring out the best and see the best in people. That's what makes us powerful. And you all, I'm so passionate about this because you all are our future leaders. You all are the future city councilmen and congressmen and senators and teachers and engineers and principals and counselors and police officers. You all are the future. And if our country is going to have a fighting chance and take back our place in the moral world, then we've got to be willing to stand up and say the bullying stops on our watch. We've got to be willing to say, if I see something, I'm going to say something. We've got to be willing to be the type of young men and women that says, you know what, I'm going to do the best that I can do within my ability to advocate and bring relief and aid to those who are struggling and suffering. I want to see a school. I want to see a culture where bullying doesn't exist. I want to see a place where it's lame to be a bully. I want to see a school where it's corny to be bullying. I want to see an environment where people are like, why would you do that? What's wrong with you? Like, I want to see that type of response as opposed to a bunch of people laughing because they want to fit in with the cool crowd. Here's the reality. I speak at a lot of jails. I go to a lot of detention centers with people that's locked up. And when I sit with them, you know what they tell me? It started when I was in school. I was bullying people. I was picking on people. And when I look up and see where they are today behind bars, it breaks my heart. You all don't have to experience that. You all don't have to be that way. You all can make a change now for the better. So again, if you're watching this and you know you've been a bully in the past, you ain't got to be a bully no more. You know now that your actions, your behavior, it hurts people. You know now that what you do has the power to hurt somebody's feelings. They might laugh and act like it doesn't really affect them, but when they go home at night, when they look in the mirror, their feelings are hurt. They feel a certain type of way. Now they're questioning their worth of their doubt. The suicide rate is so high in our country. People are already trying to barely hang on, and then they have to come to school and deal with some of this hatred. No. You can change. And those of you that's like, no, I'm not a bully, but I have been bullied, and I've seen people be bullied, then now you have an opportunity to do something about it. Now you can use your voice. Now you can use your influence. Now you can use your heart, and you can treat other people how you want them to treat you. I believe that's what goes to show the test and character of people today. And so we can ask ourselves, how would I want someone to treat me? Let me make sure I give that same respect, that same love, that same treatment to the next person. And I believe that when you do that, that's going to take your life to one level, and the next level, and the next level, and we're going to look up, and you're going to be doing some absolutely amazing things. I know it's possible because I lived a life where I struggled and I failed and I had bad attitude and bad behavior and bad grades. And I got to a point where I said, you know what? I don't want to fail no more. I want to be successful. I want to thrive. I want to travel the world. I want to drive a nice car. I want to be educated. I want to get degrees. I want to write books. I want to be successful. It's inside you. It's already inside you. But it's time for you to show the world how great you can be.
What did you hear Jeremy say? He told you to speak up and use your voice. All of our schools participate in Sandy Hook Promises Say Something. That program teaches us that if we see something dangerous or potentially dangerous, we must say something. We need to be upstanders, not bystanders. Use your voice. You have the power to help and change. What do we mean by bystander versus upstander? A bystander is someone who witnesses the bullying. If that bystander does nothing to stop the behavior, like tell a trusted adult or report the situation to a school administrator, that bystander is silently saying that he or she supports the bullying behavior. Instead, be an upstander. An upstander is a person who helps and intervenes on behalf of the person being bullied. If it is a safe situation, tell the bully to stop, or this is not okay. Many times, the situation does not feel safe. This is when you need to immediately tell a trusted adult. Remember, use your voice and be an upstander. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Teachers, please pause the video now to review the concept of bystander versus upstander. Let's watch this video about the bystander effect.
If a stranger needed help, how long would it take you to offer them a hand? According to psychology, the answer to that question may depend less on who you are as a person and more on how many people are with you at the time. In a strange paradox of human nature, the more people there are in a group, the less likely anyone is to offer help. It's called the bystander effect, and it may be a roadblock that's keeping you from showing empathy. When someone is in need, people in large groups tend to feel that they don't need to do anything because someone else will take care of it. This is known as the diffusion of responsibility. The end result is nobody does anything. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you. We started with a large group of 10 people and told them they were here today to see a product demonstration. So we're just basically looking for emotional reactions to certain products. We're not quite ready to go yet. So as you can see, you have these surveys. Go ahead, start filling them out. Take all the time you need with them. I am going to go get the product and just kind of start throwing it together, and then we're going to begin. Sound good, everyone?
Okay.
Cool. Thanks. Here's the thing, though. Everybody but one of these people wasn't in on it. We gave her a 10-minute window where she could offer to help. Let's see if she comes to my rescue. We repeated this a few more times with varying results. Come on. That didn't sound good. Ugh. Next, we tried it with a group of 5. Oh, jeez. So far, it's not looking good for people in general. Are we just plain unhelpful, or is there something to the bystander effect? To find out, let's see how helpful people are when they're all by themselves.
Hi.
The results? With our group of 10 people, it took our participants an average of 8 minutes and 1 second before they lent a hand. Excuse me, thank you.
Can I help? I just feel bad.
Participants in our groups of 5 were a little quicker, saving me from the tent with an average time of 7 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm okay.
Do you need help?
Do you want to give me a hand?
Yeah.
That'd be great, thank you.
What can I do?
But when our participants were by themselves, that is when they really shined. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. On average, they offered to step in just 3 minutes and 19 seconds. You were the fastest by a country mile. I have set this thing up by myself 7 times today.
That makes me sad.
You took a total of 12 seconds. Why do you think you were so quick to do it?
I like to help in any way that I can.
That's the funny thing about the bystander effect. You would think that a group with more people would mean there's a higher chance someone would do something. But people in a group are actually less likely to help.
I knew I should have just stood up and done it, but then a big part of me wanted to see what these people would do, and I was just kind of like, are any of them gonna help?
At first, I was a little shy to jump in and help, but then after a while, just like, I'm just gonna jump in and help.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Probably took 8 minutes.
When it's just the two of us in a space, there's like a bond that's created that's like, well, I'm not gonna let you struggle on your own. And I think if there is a group of people, it's way more acceptable for me to be doing that.
It's the diffusion of responsibility.
I think that's totally true.
If something is saying jump in and offer to help, just follow that intuition. Even if no one else is saying anything, just, hey, if you can be a part of helping someone, instead of just watching them struggle, or even take out your cell phone and like tape it or something like that, which is the worst, just offer some help.
So, now that you know about the bystander effect, ask yourself, how often do you feel like you should help someone, but don't, because you think somebody else will do it? Maybe next time, you will be that somebody.
Wow, what do you think about that? It is so important to help. Think for yourself. Don't be worried about what the group is thinking. Think about what you would want done if it was happening to you. Use your voice and say something if you or if someone else needs help. Bullying occurs in all different areas of school, including classrooms, cafeterias, outside areas, hallways, and locker rooms. Additionally, it happens on the internet through social media, texting, and other online outlets. We call that cyberbullying. According to stopbullying.gov, cyberbullying includes sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, untrue, or hurtful information about someone else. It can include sharing personal or private information about someone else, causing embarrassment, sadness, anger, and even humiliation. Sometimes cyberbullying crosses the line into behavior that is illegal. Please be aware of what is happening around you. What are some signs that someone may be a victim of bullying? Someone may have no desire or may even refuse to go to school. He or she may be unusually quiet, display social isolation, and have physical injuries. There may also be emotional dysregulation, such as angry outbursts, noticed sadness, or even depression. The child may lose interest in normal activities and may be receiving disturbing messages via social media. Watch for the signs. Use the power of your voice to say something. We're all in this together. Teachers, please pause the video now to review today's material and to review the 5 senses relaxation activity. Find 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste while practicing deep breathing from your belly. Be sure to take big, deep breaths in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Practice this for a couple of minutes. We hope you learned from this lesson. Today's wellness video lesson and activities were developed by our district licensed mental health professionals with the help of district resources and the online resources of stopbullying.gov and healthdirect.gov.au.
Remember, we want you to know that it's okay to speak with someone if you feel you need some help or support. Teachers are available and you can always see your school counselor. You can also speak to your trusted adults and parents or guardians. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson and we look forward to seeing you for our next wellness video.